Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. I am super excited to bring to you the FeiyuTech Feiyu Pocket 3. This is a stabilized camera kit, and this is going to be a 3-axis gimbal on a camera. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead, jump into it. I'm going to unbox it and then I'll test it out a little bit, give you my first impressions. I'll do a full review later, but we're going to test out the image quality and just see what the camera looks like and how it feels and performs. So let's jump into it, and here we go. All right, here's the box, and there's really not much on here, so we'll get to opening it right away, but we can see what the camera and the handle or the controller is going to look like. There's really not much on here around there, so let's just go ahead and get this thing opened up right away and get this thing out of the box so we can see it. Now, yeah, let's just open this up, and this is a kit, so it's going to come, looks like, in 2 separate boxes here. We can see we have the Feiyu Pocket 3 stabilized camera and the remote control handle for the Feiyu Pocket 3. So let's go ahead and get the camera out first so we can take a look at it, and then we will get the handle out. And look at that, look at that. All right. And there we have it. Look how small that is. That is crazy, crazy small. And this is just a little mini tripod right there. This is actually the camera here itself. And we can see on the bottom here, there's a 1/4-20 thread. This is a little metal plate there. It looks like we have the USB-C port right there so that we can charge this up. And on this side, we have a slot for the micro SD card. So, once we have that screwed in there, we can actually set this down just like that and use the camera just like that. Now, you may also see on here that you're going to have a power button and a mode button, and there's a little screen right there that tells you what settings you have. And then this is the camera and the gimbal right here. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that little bit of plastic off there. And yeah, so let's set that off to the side for just a moment. Let's see what else we have in this box here. And usually these cameras come with some nice accessories, so let's see what they gave us inside here. So it looks like, let's see, is that everything? Oh, it looks like we may have a cover for the camera here. It looks like maybe this goes right over. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I think this is going to go maybe right over top somehow. Let's see if I get this in there. I think it may have to line up. I think I might have to line this up just right or something to get this on here. I'm not exactly sure how this is. I may have to figure this out. I don't want to break anything trying to get this on. So I'll figure this out. It looks like there's some things. It says hold firmly and then press. So I guess I have to hold this. Oh, there we go. Hold firmly and then press. There we go. So now we can see this is locked in there. And this is going to protect the camera and the gimbal. So, and then you still have an open slot right there so that you can plug in and charge up your camera when you're ready to go. So, yeah, so there's that. And then let's see, I think you just hold that. There we go, and it comes right off. So now we're also going to have it looks like a couple of straps of some sort. Oh, I think these are so that you can actually strap this to various things, because it looks like, I believe this, when this head is off here, when the camera is off, you can put this to all kinds of different stuff. And I think this might be magnetic. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not metal right there. I think it's plastic. I thought this was, maybe it's not. I thought this was magnetic, this part right here that will allow you to connect the other stuff. But I think the way this works is, I don't know if you can see that, but right through here it's open. There's little slots right through there so that you can actually run this. You can run these straps through here, and just, let's see if we can get that going through there. There you go. And boom, there you go. Now you can run those through there, and you can strap this to various things like trees or posts or whatever it is that you want to strap that to. So, all right, let's keep it going. We have a a USB-C to USB-A cable. You have your user's guide here if you need that. Set that off to the side. We have looks like it says find more features. So there's some various QR codes. We have a little pouch that we can put this in so that we can carry it with us. Very nice to see. And now let's get to the handle. We can see it says longer endurance, large touchscreen, remote control, wireless image transmission. And this is the remote handle for FeiyuTech Pocket 3. So let's open that up. We can see here we're going to get the quick start guide for the Pocket 3 handle. And then here we go. This is the handle right here. Let's get that bad boy out and check that out. Look at that. Look at that. Let's get this little piece of plastic off here if we can. And there we go. And look at that nice size screen. That is a nice size screen right there. We can see there's a power button on the side. This looks like it's either a little speaker or a microphone. I'm not sure which one that is. We have a joystick right here so that we can use this to move the gimbal around, I'd imagine, and also make changes on the screen. We have looks like a mode button and looks like maybe a enter button or some sort of record button. And then we have we also have a slider here, a little slider toggle, which may be used for zooming or something. We have a USB-C port on there. It looks like for probably charging the handle up. And we have on the bottom a 1/4-20 thread so that we can actually hook this up to a tripod or a selfie stick or something. And again, we have our power button right there. Now, on the top part, you may see there's this little part right here. It's a lid or a cover. And this should come off. Let's see if I can squeeze this and get this off. Let's see. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this right. I don't want to mess it up. So let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to get this thing off. And this part should come off so that it can connect onto the camera. I'll have to figure it out. I don't want to do it wrong and break something. So I'll figure that out in just a moment. All right. Underneath here we have a pouch, and this will be for the handle. It looks like maybe you can fit the handle and the camera on there as well. With that, we also have a USB-A to USB-C cable so that you can charge this up. That's nice because it looks like, I don't know if you can charge both of these up at the same time. I don't know if you can charge the handle and the camera at the same time, or if you need two separate charging, you have to plug them in separately, but we'll find out. And then we also have a little lanyard, a little wristlet there for you. So, okay, that's everything that comes in the box with this bad boy. Now I'm going to go ahead and read some some of the quick start guides and the manuals. I'm going to get these charged up, and then we'll take them outside and test them out a little bit, see how the video quality looks, how the images look, and then give you my first impressions when we get back in. Okay, so here's the handle. In order to take off this back cover here, I was trying to pull up. All you have to do is just slide it back. That's it, and it comes right off. So there's that. Now, the camera does have a magnetic base, and again, to access the base, you simply slide it towards the USB-C port there. So just slide it towards that. You'll see that it comes off, and now you have a magnetic base there, and you can see there that it'll stick to metal objects there. So, and to get this onto the handle, you just simply slide the USB-C port on towards the USB-C plug right here. There's a little part on the bottom here that actually lines up. So we're going to go ahead and slide that. We're going to line it up, slide it right into there, and now we have the camera put together and ready to go. So let's get this thing turned on and try it out and see how it works. Okay, I went ahead and powered this thing up. I have the batteries all charged and ready to go. So we are out here now vlogging with it, and I'm just rolling. I changed the settings a little bit where I put it in pro mode and put it to the higher resolution, made it the highest resolution. So I'm shooting right now at 4K 24p. And yeah, what do you think so far? Now, it's starting to get a little dark out here. It's about 5 p.m. and it's a little bit cloudy, so it's not the brightest of days, but this is what you can expect, I think, under similar conditions wherever you are in the world. So, all right, let's go ahead and see how active track works, because they do have face tracking on here, or sort of active track. So let's go ahead and see how that works. So I have the face tracking activated now, and I've noticed that it's having a hard time actually acquiring my face and holding it. Now, it looks like there's plenty of light to be able to do that, but I am darker, and I've noticed that some of these face tracking features on these cameras don't always work very well with dark-skinned people. And it's definitely not working when I put my sunglasses on. It seems to drop that little box off immediately. So when I take them off, it seems like it's able to acquire my face a bit. So I'm just gonna move over here a bit and see if it follows, which it is. And if I move back over here, it seems like it's starting to follow. It's a little bit slow, but it definitely does. But one thing I've noticed is that if you become too small in the frame, it has trouble. And right now, I've moved off to the side and it hasn't got me. Now, if I move back over here a bit, let's see if I can get it to reacquire. And yeah, it hasn't reacquired just yet. So the face tracking is not the best, but it's available there. And if you're someone who's more fair-skinned, you may have better results than I am. Well, the face tracking was a little disappointing, I have to say. Yeah, a little disappointing, but it is a little dark out here. It's not dark, as you can see, but it's heading towards getting dark. So I'll have to try this again when I do my full review. I'll have to try the face tracking in like the middle of the day when it's nice and sunny and see if that helps, because I am darker. But that's a factor to consider. If you're someone who's dark-skinned like me and you want to use face tracking, you want a camera that can handle that. And I'm not sure how well this one's going to work if you're someone who has a dark-skinned face, as I do. So now, I'm not going to talk about all the features. I have to leave something for my full review. But there is one other feature that I wanted to show because I thought it was kind of cool and something that I wasn't expecting. So let's go find a cool place to show it. So the last feature that I want to mention during this first impressions is that it has a zoom. I was not expecting that, but apparently this little camera actually has a zoom. So let me go ahead and show you right quick. And a cool thing is you can hit the mode button on here 3 times, just tap it 3 times quickly and it will turn the lens around. So there we go, we'll turn it around. We can see that Jeep right there. We're gonna go ahead and zoom in on it, and it looks like we're gonna be able to get a 4 times zoom on there. So if you need to punch in a little bit, you can actually get a nice zoom on there. So yeah, very, very cool. And this is just working out really nicely. You wanna zoom back out, you just slide down again with the slider, and you go right on back to the wide angle area that you want to. And you can choose anywhere between 1 and 4x for your zoom. So we'll go ahead and spin this back around. Yeah, it's just really kind of nice. So I'm heading back to the studio and I'm walking along this path here, and it's a little bit dark because there's tree covers here. And it just made me think of one of the great things about having a small mechanical gimbal camera like this, and that is when you're in low light situations, you don't really have to worry about sort of that jitteriness that you get from electronic stabilization when you're shooting with a camera that only has electronic stabilization in low light. Instead, with a mechanical gimbal, it's all smooth all the time because all the image stabilization is done mechanically. So let me go ahead and turn this around right quick. And there we go. That is the path down there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just walk for a little bit so we can see how smooth it can be without actually having all that EIS jitteriness that you would get if you were shooting with something like a GoPro or a DJI camera. This is gonna be just straight up mechanical stabilization. So I'm gonna jog just a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. And if you're jogging and holding this camera, so, I don't really use this for action sports. I don't really think of this as like an action camera. I think of it as a vlogging camera, but this might be something that you need or want to do. So, all right, that's that. Let's get back to the studio and wrap this up. Well, I was going to head back into the studio to wrap this thing up, but since I'm outside and I have the camera with me, why not wrap it up right now, right here? So yeah, I guess my first impressions are that it's kind of a cool camera. I mean, it's great that it has the mechanical gimbal on there, the mechanical stabilization. So if you want to shoot in low light situations or at night, it makes it very easy to do that and still get really good image stabilized footage. Also, I love the fact that it's modular. Now, that modular aspect of it is a plus and a minus because, well, you have all the bonuses of having a modular type camera, but you also have the added responsibility of keeping track of the various pieces so that you don't lose them. So the pieces and the cover and all that good stuff there. So there's that. Now, as we saw, the image track, I mean, the face tracking didn't work all that well for me. Maybe it'll work well for you and it won't be a factor. For me, it's a factor and a bit disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. The image quality is pretty decent. Now there's a lot of other features in this camera that I haven't touched on, like, you know, like time lapses and photos and, you know, panoramic photos and all that stuff. It does have some slow motion. It'll do 120 at 1080p and 4K 60, so I may have to test some of that out when I do the full review. So anyways, if you're interested in all those other features that I didn't touch on today, make sure you come back and check out the full review, and I will have more stuff for you then. Anyways, until then, this is my unboxing and first impressions of the FeiyuTech Feiyu Pocket 3 camera. This is a image stabilized or gimbal, mechanical gimbal stabilized camera. And yeah, what do you think about it? Drop me a comment in the comment section and let me know. So anyways, until then, I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Oh yeah, before I forget, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.